Okay. Shorty but goody today. So Jordan Peterson said, I'm not a massive fan of Jordan Peterson, even though I think, he's speaking a bit of sense about the whole build C16 and all that, but anywho, he said, what the hell is irrational about me getting exactly what I want from everyone, or every one of you whenever I want it? And to that, my answer is the lack of sustainability. He is almost correct. There is nothing irrational about those things, provided the knowledge of your behaviour is also factored into the outcome. If one experienced no, and never would experience any, negative feelings from this knowledge, or repercussions to the actions, they would be entirely rational. Of course, it's near impossible to calculate just exactly how certain actions will affect your life in the long run, but we can make predictions about which actions are likely to yield the most positive outcomes for most people in most cases. And of course, this knowledge could be given to people to help them guide to behave in a way that will allow them to live the best life for themselves. Obviously, religion and so-called holy text has attempted to do just this for some time. Unfortunately, it left no room to adapt or evolve, literally and figuratively, and also required absolute belief in something that becomes less and less plausible. So dogma is fundamentally flawed, and unfortunately, especially given how quickly the world we live in changes with the rate of technological advancement, the advice of parents alone is likely lacking. Therefore, a well-formed list of suggestions to people of how to live one's life that doesn't impose the threat of eternal damnation as the only alternative seems reasonable. This list would also need to be capable of evolving over time as we discover new truth about the universe, both philosophically and scientifically, if they can even be considered separate. In fact, religion's promise of life after death was a highly influential tool in its own survival. It provides a relief of anxiety to people, and having accepted that subjective experience is literally all that matters may seem like a no-brainer. Unfortunately, it clashes wholeheartedly with something that offers an arguably greater potential world of subjective experience associated with the value of truth, and whilst it may never be provable to the last degree, the best you can be is agnostic about the subject. I worry when people care too much about their appearance, it is near impossible for them to avoid any challenge to their own ideal image of themselves, and as such are permanently at risk of being destabilised should something happen to their appearance, or should they fall victim to harsh bullying. A similar thing can be said for people who hold their intelligence above all else. They too run the risk of being embarrassed by their own mistakes, or outsmarted and perceived as less intelligent than they truly are. However, intellectual disputes are more easily reconcilable by either admitting to errors or providing further evidence to support your claim. Well, that's beautiful, Ollie. That's changed my life for sure. Well, you're the prodigal son.